Let us begin a journey, a gentle ascent into the quiet morning air. Below us, a city awakens, cradled by ancient lands. This is Nanyang, a place where history and nature breathe in unison. We float effortlessly, leaving the bustle of the world far behind. From this vantage point, the world unfolds like a painted scroll. The sounds of the earth soften into a distant hum. The landscape stretches out, a mosaic of greens and greys, waiting to share its secrets. Here, in the stillness of the sky, we can simply observe. We can simply be. The air is cool and clear. The first light of dawn casts long, soft shadows across the terrain. Look down. See how the city is nestled within a basin, protected by rolling hills that seem to ripple towards the horizon. These hills have watched over Nanyang for millennia. They have seen dynasties rise and fall. Our journey continues over the city's verdant heart. Nanyang is a city that breathes. It is wrapped in a blanket of green, a testament to its deep connection with the natural world. From this height, we can see the great expanses of parks and gardens woven into the urban fabric. Look there, at the People's Park, a vast emerald jewel set near the city's core. Its pathways wind like delicate threads through groves of trees and alongside serene ponds. The water in its lakes reflects the sky, creating a perfect shimmering mirror. Floating onward, we observe how the green extends beyond the formal parks. It spills into residential areas, with tree-lined avenues creating cool, shaded corridors. The city does not abruptly end where the countryside begins. Instead, there is a soft, gradual transition. Now our gaze is drawn to a shimmering ribbon of silver, the Baihe River. It flows not through the city, but with it. The river is the city's lifeblood, a constant flowing presence that has shaped both the land and the lives of the people here for centuries. From above, we can trace its gentle, meandering course. It is not a raging torrent, but a calm and steady waterway. Its banks are lined with willows and walkways, creating a long, continuous park that follows its path. Observe how the city has arranged itself around the river. Bridges, both old and new, stitch the two banks together. In the early morning light, their arches cast long, elegant reflections on the water's surface. Small fishing boats may be seen, moving slowly, their occupants part of a timeless tradition. The vegetation along its banks is lush and vibrant. It creates a rich ecosystem, a haven for birds and other wildlife right in the heart of the city. Let us drift lower, just for a moment, to observe the gentle rhythm of life beginning below. The city is stirring. In the open squares and parks, we can see small groups of people. They are practicing Tai Chi. Their movements are slow, deliberate, and graceful. From this height, they look like dancers in a silent, coordinated performance. This ancient practice is a daily ritual for many, a way to greet the day with serenity and strength. Our eyes are drawn to the bustling morning markets. They are a kaleidoscope of color and activity. Canopies of red, blue, and yellow create a vibrant patchwork. Even without hearing the sounds, we can imagine the energy. Look towards the riverbanks and park pathways again. People are strolling, walking their dogs, or jogging. From our elevated viewpoint, we see these scenes not as isolated events, but as interconnected parts of a larger whole. We are witnessing the city's soul. As we glide over the city, certain structures stand out. They are anchors to the past, their forms telling stories of different eras. Look there, at the ancient city walls. Though only fragments remain, their presence is powerful. Near the city's heart, we can distinguish the distinctive sweeping roofs of traditional Chinese architecture. The Nanyang Fucheng County Government Office is a fine example. Its elegant courtyards, wooden pillars, and decorative eaves are a world away from the modern buildings that surround it. This deep history is not always obvious from the ground, but from the air, we can see its influence. The city is a palimpsest, a manuscript on which successive generations have written their stories, one on top of the other. The contrast between these ancient structures and the modern city that has grown up around them is striking. It shows a city that respects its roots while embracing the future. The whispers of history are not shouted. They are softly spoken in the language of stone, wood, and tile. Our journey now takes us to a particularly special place on the outskirts of the city. This is Wolong Gang, the temple of the Marquis of Wu. It is a site of immense cultural importance, nestled amidst a forest of ancient cypress trees. The temple commemorates Zhuge Liang, a brilliant strategist and chancellor from the Three Kingdoms period. He is one of the most revered figures in Chinese history, a symbol of wisdom and loyalty. The temple complex is a peaceful sanctuary, a place of pilgrimage and quiet reflection. From our aerial perspective, we can see the temple's layout clearly. It is not a single building, but a series of halls, pavilions, and courtyards, all connected by covered walkways. The dark, tiled roofs stand out against the deep green of the surrounding trees. Even from the sky, we can sense the deep peace that pervades this place. The trees themselves are a remarkable feature. Many of them are centuries old, their gnarled branches reaching towards the sky like ancient wise arms. This fusion of architecture and nature is a hallmark of traditional Chinese landscape design. The temple is not just built on the land, it is part of the land. This site is more than just a historical monument. It is a living center of culture, where people come to learn about history, to pay their respects, and to find inspiration. Wolong Gang is the quiet, beating heart of Nanyang's cultural identity. Now we drift back toward the city's more contemporary heart. Here, the architecture changes. The low-slung traditional roofs give way to taller, more modern structures of glass and steel. This is the face of Nanyang as a growing, dynamic city. The streets are wider, laid out in a more geometric grid. We can see sports stadiums, their circular and oval forms creating bold shapes in the urban landscape. We can see large shopping centers and office buildings, their reflective surfaces mirroring the sky. This is the pulse of modern commerce and daily life. Look down at the flow of traffic on the main thoroughfares. From this height, the cars and buses are like tiny colored cells moving through the city's arteries. Yet even here, there is a sense of order. The traffic flows smoothly along well-defined routes. The city's growth appears planned and deliberate, not chaotic. Among the new buildings, we can still see the city's commitment to green space. Even in the most modern districts, parks and planted areas are integrated into the design. This juxtaposition of old and new is what makes Nanyang so fascinating. It is not a city that has erased its past to make way for the future. Instead, it has woven the two together. The sun begins its slow descent towards the western hills. The quality of the light changes. The sharp, clear light of midday softens into a warm, golden glow. Long shadows stretch out from every building, tree, and person. The city takes on a new character, a more gentle and reflective mood. From our vantage point, the setting sun creates a spectacular display. The sky is painted in shades of orange, pink, and purple. The Baihe River becomes a river of liquid gold, perfectly reflecting the colors of the sky. The windows of the modern buildings catch the last rays of sunlight, glittering like 1,000 tiny diamonds. As twilight deepens, the city's own lights begin to appear. One by one, streetlights flicker on, creating long, glowing lines that trace the city's grid. The city transforms from a landscape of shapes and forms into a constellation of light against the darkening earth. It is a different kind of beauty, a human-made beauty, but no less captivating. Our journey is now coming to an end. We begin a slow, gentle descent, spiraling softly back towards the earth. Let the gentle spirit of Nanyang be a reminder to find the pockets of peace and beauty in your own world. The sky is always there, offering a different perspective if we only remember to look up.